Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Showdown Live. Today we're going to be hitting up the OU ladder, and I am alone. We're going to be using a Combine Slowking team with Volcarona, DNC. I don't know, I feel like Volcarona is a really solid Pokemon, but it's really matchup oriented. I think even if you have Pokemon that get rid of Talonflame, Azu, and things like that, as this team actually does. Shout out to the person who made this team. I'm not quite sure who made it. I just know I had it. But even if you have Pokemon that get rid of Azu, the Zards, and stuff like that, I still think Volcarona, it struggles to do any work. I feel like it's an inferior Talonflame. By that, I don't mean that they do the same thing, because they don't. But, because one Quiver Dances and sweeps, the other one can SD up, taunt, stall break, and things like that. But I feel like if you're going to choose a Mon that's 4 times weak, you should choose Charizard or Talonflame over Volcarona any day. But we're going to look for a battle. By the way, guys, we actually got a game. The I'm Tired shirts and hoodies are available for only 7 more hours if you guys want to go ahead and pick one up. After that, they are gone forever. The link is down below. I want to thank everybody who went ahead and picked one up. We sold over 200, which is amazing. And thank you so much, guys, for the support. I really do appreciate it. And I can't wait to rock mine and see you guys rocking yours as well. So I'm going to lead off with DNC just because I want that Mega Evolution right off the bat. Leads off with Keldeo. Keldeo's not too bad of a Pokemon versus me just because I do have Ferrothorn, Slowking, which completely shuts it down. I'll probably go for the Combine Slowking sweep, honestly, if I can knock out Bisharp, which I will probably sack my Latios versus his team. And by that I mean I'll go for HP Fire versus Bisharp, even if he suckers, just to beat it. But going to Mega Evolve and Protect, easily the best play. As he is going to go for Scald. And I really want to be real. Like, I don't like Scarf Keldeo for his team, so I don't think it should be Scarf Keldeo. But it's such a poor play staying in. So what I'm actually going to do is go on to Slowking and throw off my own Scald. I see no reason not to. That's definitely Specs too, just looking at that damage. Or that should be Specs, looking at that damage. So we're going to fire off a Scald of our own. I don't think he has... I don't think he actually has Pursuit on his Bisharp just because he has Diancie plus Sand, which he can pivot to. So I shouldn't technically be sacking Slowking if he goes Bisharp right here. As he actually goes for a Scald of his own. I don't mind that. Again, I'm still getting off damage on his Keldeo. And at this point, I really think he's going to go Bisharp, but I don't want to stay in and slack off on the Bisharp. So what I'm actually going to do is go out into Ferrothorn, which might seem a bit weird, but I want to basically force him to go for either SD right here or straight for knockoff to lose its item, see if he's Life Orb or not. That does absolutely nothing. So we can get up rocks right now. Even if he SDs up, he can't do anything to me anyway. As Latias is going to come out, and I believe we're some Spadef on this, so we eat up a Draco if he wants to go for that. As you can see, Psyshock does absolutely nothing as well. I don't know if he's running Recover or Roost on this Lottie. He shouldn't be, technically, and the only reason I say that is because Lottie, the only reason to run Lottie is to run Healing Wish on it. But I brought my Diancie on the expected Draco or Defog right here, and I'll be able to go right for the Moonblast and knock him out. If he wants to go for Defog and win a speed tie, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm knocking out a Pokemon right here. If he's not fully Spadef Hippo, he's not going to be taking 2 Moonblast. His own Diancie would not be able to switch in at all, though he probably could be HP Fire Diancie on this type of team. Then again, like I said, he does have Hippo, which is a potential switch in to Scizor, can Whirlwind it out. But either way, his Latias is low. If I knock out his Talonflame and weaken his Keldeo a bit more, I can actually win with Volcarona as well. But he chooses to sack that Pokemon. That way his Keldeo can come out. I think his Keldeo actually has Scarf. I just didn't know based on the damage. But I'll be able to go for the Protect right here, as he is going to go for Scald. And I'll be able to go right out into my Lottie. And I honestly want... It's between HP Fire or Psyshock. The thing is, I can deal with his Diancie, so I think HP Fire is just a fine play right now. If he wants to go for double Scald, that's fine as well. But I want to go for HP Fire because HP Fire into Draco should be able to knock out Hippo. And if he went out to Bisharp, I would be able to catch that thing upon switching. Seems he has Assault Vest Bisharp by the looks of it. So what I'm actually going to do is go out to my Ferrothorn right now. I don't think he Pursuit. I think he'd go for Knock. He does go for Pursuit. That's fine, though. I really didn't think he would, but I would have went for Knock if I'm our opponent. But in either case, I can go right for the Spike right here. And Spike is just to pressure that Keldeo, because we know he is Scarf Keldeo. We know that this Bisharp cannot SD up on us just because he is just because he is Assault Vest. And what I'm actually going to do is go for knockoff of my own, just in case he wants to go out into Keldeo, Talonflame, anything on his team that wants to try and take me on. So we get rid of the leftovers on his Talonflame, as how do I want to deal with his Deancey could be an issue. I really don't think he's Flare Blitzing Talonflame either, so I might want to go for a Spike just to be a man. I'm going to go for a Spike. Yeah, because he's roosting here anyway, so that Spike is going to be pressuring him a lot. We're going to go Hippo and just click Whirlwind at this point. He show off the Will-O-Wisp if he was Will-O-Wisp right here. He actually goes for SD, so that's cool because if he wants to attack us, he'll knock himself out as he goes for Will-O-Wisp. I don't mind because we are going to be able to phase him into anything, as it's actually his Keldeo, which is pretty big because Keldeo is, like I said, the Pokemon that we want to get rid of versus this team. So I'm going to go to Ferrothorn because if he goes for Scald, I'll be able to set up even more hazards on this guy. And what I can do at this point is go for the Power Whip. Power Whip will be able to knock out Keldeo even if I get burnt. And if he went out to Talonflame, I think it would have knocked it out with the sand damage anyway. So Keldeo is going to go down. Yes, I am weakening my Mons for his Deancey. However, between Slowking and Hippo, even though Hippo is burnt, I can deal with Deancey. Yeah, I should be able to. And if Bisharp wants to come out, that's fine as well. If Hippo comes out, I think I'm going to hard switch directly into my Deancey because I want to prevent rocks. I'm definitely playing this impatiently. But I'm going to go for the Leech Seed right here. Because if he attacks me, he won't be able to recover any of that damage at all. As unfortunately, I do miss my Leech Seed, but it's Pokemon. So I'll be able to go out to Hippowdon right now. And if he SDs up and kills me, basically he dies to hazards. If he Brave Birds, he dies to hazards. However, now I'm weaker to his own Deancey. So we're going to go for Whirlwind. As I'm actually not able to take that attack. Wow. Didn't expect that. However, I should be able to go out to my Slowking and double into my Ferrothorn. If I hit that Leech Seed, we would have been fine because I definitely would have been able to take that +2 Brave Bird. If he does go for the Roost right here, I'm in a bad position. We'll see if he go for Roost though, because Scald definitely knocks him out. So he does go for Brave Bird, which is good because in the combination of sand and everything, he should be going down eventually. And well, I do want to save my Volcarona. I just don't feel like it does anything versus him. So I'll just sack this Pokemon and go for Diamond Storm. Honestly, if I protect and he goes for Brave Bird and he dies, he knows I have to protect. I'll just go for Diamond Storm because he'll knock himself out with recoil anyway. And at this point, I should be able to win with my Slowking if everything goes well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I should be able to win with Slowking. So I'm actually going to go Volcarona first as he goes Bisharp. Not what I expected to come out. If he goes for Sucker Punch, I win. He shouldn't go for Sucker Punch right here. He should go for Knock. So I'll go for HP Ground. I definitely underestimated his Talonflame. I didn't think that my Hippo would go down. Then again, if I hit Leech Seed, I obviously wouldn't be in that situation. This is just bad. I'm playing poorly in this game. But see, I kind of want to Quiver Dance up because HP Ground into boosted will be able to knock out his Deancey and win. But if I get rid of Bisharp, I win anyway. So I'll just go right for the Bug Buzz. Why would I not go for Bug Buzz? Bug Buzz is the better play. Sand ends as well. Do I actually Quiver Dance up? I want to. I want to outplay this guy. But yeah, knocking is the play he should have made right there anyway. So Deancey is going to be able to come out, and at that point, I can just go right for HP Ground. He shouldn't protect with his Mega Evolution. That'd be a pretty poor play, as we barely miss out on the KO. Diamond Storm is going to be able to knock us out, and I can go out to Slacking, and Slacking will be able to beat not only his Hippo, but this Deancey as well. Slowking. Did I say Slacking? I meant Slowking. As you can see, that does absolutely nothing, as we are going to be able to knock him out with Scald, and all I got to do is slack off versus his Hippowdon, click Scald a couple times, and we win the game. So I think that I definitely underestimated a few Pokemon on his team. This is my first time using this team. Well, actually my second time. I played another game just to test it out. So I definitely underestimated a few Pokemon on our opponent's team, and I think that's something that could have very well costed me the game. Or cost me the game, whatever. But we'll learn from that. That's why I don't like Volcarona as well. Like, Volcarona wasn't going to be able to do anything unless I got rid of so many Mons on his team. Him obviously burning me with his Keldeo Scald early with Slowking, I wouldn't be in this situation. If I had leeched it as well, I wouldn't be in the situation because Hippowdon would have been able to take the Brave Bird and then phased him out. And what I'm doing right now is just making sure that Sand goes down. That way, even if he crits me, I can take his Earthquake. So Sand will go down in this turn. I'm also stalling him out of Earthquakes. He only has a couple more. So Sand will go down. So I'll be at 88%. I'll be able to go for Scald right here and just hit him hard. And even if he crits me at this point, it doesn't even matter because I burnt him. So if he wants to try and slack off, I'm going for the my own slack off right now. Because there's no point, and I can just Calm Mind up and start beating him. He's not going to be able to stall me out at all, even if I have less slack offs than he does. So I'll go for Calm Mind. Look at that, that did 14, nice. And we'll be able to beat him 1v1 by going right for the Scald, and that should be game. So, a good game, dude. Good game, man. Actually barely misses on the chaos. I'll send it after. So I think I played this very impatiently, and a few things I definitely underestimated. I hate when my ways of beating Talonflame are affected by burn, but it's going to be a good game for the first game at least, and we are now going to look for the next game. But yeah, like I said, I think I played that impatiently. I don't like Talonflame. I mean, I don't like Volcarona per se, but I did want to use it. I just feel like it doesn't do as much as people hype it up to do. Even if you play it well, I just feel like in that situation, I would have loved to have Giga Drain. Giga Drain probably would have helped versus Keldeo. I could have Quiver Danced up at any point if I had Giga Drain and been able to one, take a Scarf Hydro Pump from Keldeo after the boost, unless he specs he can't OHKO us, and two, I just would have been able to Quiver Dance up twice and win. AV Bisharp was really interesting to see. I thought that my game plan was fine though, at least catching the Bisharp. Not quite sure how I feel about Knock on Ferrothorn just yet, but we got another game, and this guy's a Talonflame, unfortunately, which is just a pretty big threat versus our team. While I do want to lead off with my Diancie, I don't necessarily like it. I honestly like Ferrothorn better versus him, but actually I am going to lead Diancie just because I want to Mega Evolve and protect as quickly as possible, get off that Mega Evolution. He leads Tran. If he goes for Flash Cannon, he's more than likely going to be a Scarf variant, so that's something to watch out for. If he goes for Earth Power, I can take it, so I can just fire off a Moonblast after. He actually hard switches into his Jirachi, which is, again, fine. It's actually named after Atticus. Pyron. Is these like I recognize his names from somewhere. Anyway, I'm gonna go for Protect again. This is more likely Scarf Rachi, but if he wants to go for Rocks again, people, if they want to make aggressive plays, I'll get something out of it. So what I'm actually gonna do is go for Moonblast right here because the only good Rachis that run U-turn are Scarf Rachis. So we'll be able to hit something with a Moonblast. I think it's gonna be Slowbro that comes out, as he actually decides to go Heatran, surprisingly enough. Well, teach their own. I'll go for Earth Power right now as he doubles into Jirachi. So I'm able to get off a clean 68% right there. I think he was scouting for HP Fires. I'm just going to go for Protect as he goes for the Iron Head. And Slowking is rather safe. Even if he doubles into anything, Slowking beats everything on his team. So, wow, Volcarona like smashes this guy with a Quiver Dance up. What I'm actually going to do is double into my Ferrothorn. Expecting Latios or Slowbro to want to come out, and what I can do right now is just hit him with a knockoff. Even if he has HP Fire, it shouldn't be able to OHKO me. Though Spikes are really nice versus this guy, I'd rather knock off Heatran's item, Talonflame's item, Slowbro's item, though it very well could be Mega Bro. Mega Bro is actually an issue. But it is Heatran that ends up coming out, as we're able to get rid of his Power Herb, so we know that he's the Magma Storm variant, and that could be a Stealth Rocker as well. I'm actually going to be a bit aggressive and go directly into Diancie. We know he's a Magma Storm variant right there. He doubles into Latios, so that's cool. I think he was expecting my Slowking to want to come out, or maybe my Hippowdon, but I'll be able to hit him with a Moonblast. He cannot knock me out at that range, and I can definitely see him sacking his Heatran right here if he wants to. I can see him pivoting into Heatran, but I think attacking what's in front of me is just the better play, as we're able to win a potential speed tie right there and knock out the Latios, get a crit, which did not matter at all, as his Landorus is going to come out. And is he Dual Dance Landorus? He should not be with Power Herb Tran. I don't know. I think my own Hippowdon is just a better play than protecting. Just in case he has Dual Dance, I can phase him out. So I choose to go for U-turn, as he is going to be able to roll out to slow CTC. Alright, alright. So we definitely know that this guy is running a team based on... We'll hit him with our Stealth Rock right here, as he is going to go out into his Landorus, and I guess he's going to go for the Rocks right now. which I don't particularly mind. I'll just be able to go out to my Latios and drop a Draco on this guy, as he does go for Earthquake, trying to predict my my Diancie. Let's see if we can stun on him a little bit. I'll go Diancie right here just in case he tries to go for Rocks or U-turn, because then I get a decent lead matchup, or a decent matchup versus Heatran as well as Talonflame. I'm pretty sure if he wants to go for Stealth Rock there, would have been fine. But also with the Sand Up, his Slowbro cannot OHKO me with Scald, so I will be able to get off a Moonblast and do over half to him, especially because there's one more turn of Sand right here. So I'll be able to go right for Moonblast. I will be able to take a Scald, do about 49%. He is going to go for that, and thankfully does not get the burn, as what I can do right now is just fire off a Diamond Storm if he wants to be scary and go out into, or if he wants to be real and go Talonflame. Actually, Moonblast is just a better play, as he actually does go Talonflame. So I would have been looking kind of fresh right there if I went for the... oh, he's SD Talonflame too. I would have been looking kind of nice right there if I went for the Diamond Storm. But I can just go out to Hippo. Even if he SDs up, which I don't mind, I'll be able to slack off all the damage that he does anyway. And we already know he doesn't have Roost because he had an item. We know he has Acrobatics though, or... oh, I guess Brave Bird. No, he has Natural Gift. That's what we know he has. But I'm able to get back up to full HP, as Slowbro is again the issue though. If this burns me, I'm in a bad situation. But I can Quiver Dance up now versus a lot of his team. I'm actually going to Whirlwind him out because I don't want him Calm Minding up no matter what he does, as Jirachi is the Pokemon that comes out. And what I can do right now is just go out into my Diancie, because if he goes for Iron Head, I sack him and they go Volcarona and set up. And 2, Diancie basically beats anything that comes out. Landorus can come out like he wants to do, or like he ended up doing. However, I will be able to hit this thing with a Moonblast and do, roughly 60%, over half. As I don't even think I have to set up now with my Volcarona to win the game. However, I want to. I know it's really bad to risk Fire Blast, but as my boy Shofu always says, why do we even have the move if we're not going to risk it, right? So I'm going to go for Fire Blast right here. If I miss it, whatever, I lose Volcarona, which wins me the game, and I deserve that, right? I deserve that, okay? I deserve that right there. That was my fault for going for that anyway. But I will be able to go drop a Draco. That was my fault. I mean, again, I'm just being a bit impatient versus this guy. But he sacks his Landers, which is nice. No Stealth Rock don't matter at all versus me, as Jirachi is going to come out. And what I can do is just go out to Ferrothorn. I don't know why he doubled, because Heatran would have beaten me anyway. I don't mind that though, as I'm just going to go out to Slowking and be able to go for Scald right here. If he wants to charge up a Solar Beam or whatever, that's fine too. As he just goes for a next Magnet Storm. He actually would have been able to charge up his Solar Beam if he went for it. That's pretty funny. He is going to go for the Taunt, as I can still beat him, basically, I think, if I Calm Mind up alongside him. But I think the better play is going out into Hippowdon first and then trying to phase him straight out, because he is going to Mega Evolve right here and go for Calm Mind. I should be able to take 1+1 Scald, at least, from this guy. And go right for the Slack Off, Whirlwind, excuse me, just phasing him out. And a Whirlwind is always my best play if he wants to go for U-turn. If he goes for Iron Head, basically just keeping his Slowbro at bay. And if he wants to go for the... actually, if he goes for Healing Wish, now would be the time. So I'll go out to Ferrothorn, as he actually goes for Zen Headbutt. So he's going to go down. And what I can do right now is... either go for Power Up or go for Leech Seed. I'm not sure what's the better play. I think Leech Seed is the better play. He actually Calm Minds up. So if he wants to slack off, I miss. So I can lose now because I missed that. Basically what would have happened was, or what I was trying to do was go for Power Ups on turns he can't land Scalds. But he's actually not Scalding, so I do have a chance, as this does 33%. Hello? Why is that doing nothing? Mega Slowbro is really fat. Holy crap, man. We are doing a decent amount to him, though. And he only has 13 Slack-Offs left. So eventually he has to start going for Scald. And we will be able to beat him 1v1. He won't be able to recover off enough, I don't think. So again, I think going for Power Up is just my best play in general. And I want to try and bring in Hippo on a turn that he doesn't go for Scald. But Power Up is always the better play, at least right now. as I do miss, unfortunately. I'm not sure if he'll go for Scald now. I kind of would if I was him, but I don't know if I want to sack my Hippo just to get up Sand. I think power up, again, just power whipping this Slowbro. This is annoying though. This is definitely annoying. The fact that he has 10 more is annoying as well. I kind of want to just go Slowking and try and burn him. I think Slowking and burning him is good too. Waste a few Scalds on our opponent's part. If we burn him, we can just do more damage collectively. That's he is going to be at to +6, which is so threatening to us. But at least we get off that chance to burn, as his Scald does not do anything, but he does burn us on the first Scald. You know, if we hit Fire Blast, we won, but that's my own fault. We're still trying to burn him right here, as that is not what's happening. That is not what's happening at all. And his Psyshocks are going to start hurting him, or hurting me, excuse me. So, again, not going to get the burn. We're trying to get off some damage on this thing. Alright, so hit him with a Scald. No, and he is up to +6 now. Alright, so this is the turn that we actually have to burn him. Like right now, we have to burn him on the Slack Off. As that is not what happens. Because after that, basically, if we got the burn, we sacked Hippo, burn plus Leech Seed, and everything. Well, I mean, he's going to start attacking now because he has no reason not to. We still have yet to burn this guy. That's crazy. How many Slack Offs did this guy use? I'll start wasting him a little bit, waste his attacks a bit. Can we... CTC, dude. You're my Fred. Burn. Yeah, Psyshock is doing a nice amount though. However, he won't be able to repeatedly recover up versus me. Well, he wouldn't if I burnt him. No! Why'd he burn me on the first one? Alright. I'll go for another Slack Off. If he has Psyshocks here, he's going to go for the Slack Off in the following turn, I would think. You don't want to be too low with this thing. He's running out of Psyshocks though. So I'll go Ferrothorn on the next Psyshock, or as he actually goes for the Slack Off. And now what I'll try and do is I go Hippo on the Scald, get a little bit of Sand up on him. Basically the plan was to stall him out with Ferrothorn if I burnt him, because I'm doing a lot of damage turn per turn anyway. So we have to still try and go for the Scald right here and get the burn. What is happening? Where am I? Alright, we need the Scald burn right now. We actually need the Scald burn right now. I've fired off so many Scalds. We finally get the burn, guys, as he knocks us out. That is huge, because not only is he going to take Sand, he's not going to be able to recover off. So now we have to hope he doesn't burn my Ferrothorn, because he's going to be wasting his Slack Offs. He only has 5 more. Let's see. And we missed the Power Whip. No! Alright. We'll go out to Latios on this Scald. At least waste a few more. He actually gets the burn right there too. This is not going to do 30%. No way. He's going to be forced to Slack Off at least. So I'll go back into Ferrothorn. Try and stall him a bit. I'm trying to put him in range of where he dies to... where he dies to Power Whip. And that's what I think he is in right now. He has 3 more Slack Offs, so we have to hope we hit this Power Whip right now. And we have to hope he doesn't Scald burn us. Yeah, because look how much we're doing. We're doing over half each turn. So he only has 2 more Slack Offs. Even if he burns us at this point, I just have to hit Power Whip in order to win. As we actually end up winning. Nice. Good game, dude. That was scary. I feel like I could have played him patiently. I didn't have to play patiently with Volk, but I mean, again, why have the move if you're not going to go for it? Yes, there are situations, like in tournaments, I probably would have played that a lot safer. But we actually got this guy. Played him twice in Blunders Live. And he has a threatening team. We already know he's Rocky Helmet. Non-Stone Edge Lando. That's really nice versus this team, actually. I'm leading off with Diancie because his Kyurem is an issue. So Diancie is usually the better lead versus this guy. I know he doesn't have Stone Edge on his Landers. He always leads Landers though. But Lopunny is the only thing stopping my Volcarona. I think I just need a little bit of damage on everything. I need like Stealth Rock up for Kyurem Black to go down. I need Spikes would be very nice versus this guy, though. Again, I'm dealing with his own Stealth Rock plus Spikes, so he's definitely going to be punishing me with that and forcing me to defog, which is why I want to Mega Evolve right off the bat. And, yeah, Kieran Black. So Kieran Black ends up being his lead, which I don't mind. I'm going to Mega Evolve, Protect, and just, I think, hard switch into Volcarona after. As he goes Slowking. So he ends up staying, or going straight out to Slowking. As I can go out into my Ferrothorn right now, and I believe just click Knockoff. I think he unfortunately burns me right off the bat. But I will be able to go for Knockoff at least and get rid of his Landorus's Rocky Helmet. Like I said, I already played this guy, so I know his team. We're able to get rid of his Rocky Helmet. Not that it matters per se, but I'll just go for Leech Seed right here as he goes for Stealth Rock. Again, going to be able to just get off enough so I can beat him with +1 Fire Blast anyway. Unfortunately, my Ferrothorn, it was physically defensive Ferrothorn, so it wasn't going to be able to take 2 hits from his Kieran Black anyway. So I'm actually going to go for double knockoff right here. As he actually U-turns out, so he's even letting himself take more damage. So I'll be able to get off a knockoff on whatever comes out. If it is Ferrothorn, getting rid of its item is nice. If it's Lopunny, I can't do anything about that. It is Ferrothorn though, so we are able to get rid of that thing's leftovers. I love how it's called the whole squad. Unfortunately, with Stealth Rock up, I'm a lot weaker to this thing. I'll go Lottie and Defog, honestly. If he goes for Gyro Ball, he goes for Gyro Ball. He does. But I will be able to defog at least away the Stealth Rock, which is the more important part because now his Landorus does die to Fire Blast. So goes for double Gyro Ball as I should be able to go out to my Volcarona, and I really just want to Quiver Dance up. I think I win if I just Quiver Dance up. So we're going for it right now. Yeah, because I could take any attack from his Heatran. I actually want to Quiver Dance up twice, but HP Ground will be able to knock him out. And this is like one of those teams where Volcarona just puts in so much work versus your opponent. Slowking is going to come out, and I'm actually going to Quiver Dance up again because now I will be able to knock out his Kieran Black after that. Plus I'll be able to take his Scalds better, as well as Slowking's attack. I guess you see that does 25%. So now I'll be able to knock out Kieran Black with Fire Blast, go right for Bug Buzz, knock out the Slowking, and again we still have to worry about hitting the Fire Blast versus his Ferrothorn. Versus Landorus, excuse me, but not Ferrothorn, because Ferrothorn doesn't have an item, so I would have been able to Bug Buzz that, and then Diancie would have just won straight up, so that's going to be a good game. And, well, Volcarona actually did something in that game. I just needed the rocks gone, and basically that little bit of chip damage on Landorus ensured that I did knock it out. So him also going for U-turn. Yes, he was able to get up Hazard. Yes, I did just sack Latios, but that was just a game where Volcarona had like a huge chance of sweeping him, and it actually ended up doing so. So we're going to look for another game. Maybe one more. I don't like to do solo lives too long by myself these days. I think it's only because Pokemon is... It's not getting stale. I love Pokemon. As you can see, I love uploading with my friends as well. But there's only so much we can do. What is this Chansey offense? Come on, bro. There's only so much we can do with Mons right now. That's the way I feel anyway. And I just lose to Altaria. My thing doesn't have Gyro Ball. It actually just loses to Altaria. Wow. I guess Combine Slowking can beat him. I'm leading off with Diancie because if he leads off with Kyurem, I'm forced to sack a Pokemon anyway, so I might as well. And if he leads off with Breloom, at least I can protect. But like I was saying, like Pokemon, I feel like there's only so much you can do right now. And I feel like I've done everything with the lives. I've been doing lives for a long time. Again, I'm not getting bored. I love Mons. I love Mons with a passion. I really do. And I just don't like to do long lives by myself. That's it. When the new gens come out, I definitely will again, but I just don't like to do them by myself. I love doing long lives with my friends because I love interacting with my friends. I know you guys like that too. So I'm going out to Hippowdon. If he Ice Beams, I lost. As he goes Zone. So that's perfect. Perfect. I will be able to get my Stealth Rock. He actually Flash Cannons, which is crazy because I would have been able to... I'm not going to say nothing because I would have been able to just go out into... I would have been able to go for Earthquake and then Ferrothorn walled half his team, but I'm going to go Ferrothorn now. If he goes Breloom, so be it. If he stays in Flash Cannons, it's fine. Actually, why would I not go? Yeah, Ferrothorn's better. Because if he goes Chansey, at least I can knock it off. And I think that's the better play. Instead of doubling or anything. Though I could just double into Diancie. I'm just surprised he ended up going out into Magnezone right there. At the same time, though, I don't think... Oh, wow, it's this type of Breloom, too. I just lose to this. No, I don't. I'll just be able to go for these spikes, and then I can knock him out with, like, a lot of my Mons anyway. So, he can't Spore a Grass type, so I'm going to be able to get up all 3 layers. versus this thing. I can't risk switching out to Deancey though. Actually, I'm going to go Volcarona right here. I can risk Volcarona at least as he goes for double Spore. I do have Lumberry, so I do not care. And we're going to fire off a Fire Blast. Yummy. As Chansey is going to come out. And again, I don't mind. I have Deancey, though Deancey does beat his team. I'll go Pharaoh and just click knockoff. I think that's the better play. If he goes for Stealth Rock, so be it. I want to knock off his item. I think I can live with him getting up rocks, as I'm actually going to double into my my Slowking right now. Just in case he wants to stay in, just in case he wants to go Magnezone. But I don't feel like I necessarily need Ferrothorn in this game just because I don't have Gyro Ball. Which is like one of the cases where it just sucks. I don't know why you would double into Altaria. But if he's special, then he shouldn't be special though. He should be DD. So I'll go for Scald. I don't think I have a choice right now versus this Pokemon per se. I'll go for Scald and attempt to get a burn, though we see how that worked out last time. I have to get the Scald though. I have to burn him. That way I can at least switch out into Hippowdon from there. So like I said, I have to do this. I don't have an alternative versus this guy. And I really hope I get the burn soon. Can we get this burn, please? Please, just give me the burn right now. Thank you. Alright, so we get the burn right there. As I will be able to go out to my Hippowdon now. If he wants to roost, I can take him on. We don't know if he's Heal Bell or not. Oh, great. Great, and my Ferrothorn just straight up loses to this Mon too. Why would you roost right there when I could Whirlwind either? I don't know. To each their own though. But I'm going to go for Leech Seed as he does switch out to Magnezone, so that's good for us. At least we forced that switch. I mean, I kind of expected him to switch, but there's nothing I could do about that anyway. As I'm just going to go for the Spikes as he's actually... Wait, does my Latias just win? Doesn't my Latias just win? I think so. I want to keep Latias healthy just because it can beat his team. I mean, we know the fact that he has Heal Bell. I should be safe to go for Earth Power right here because his Chansey does not have the Eviolite anymore, so I'm pretty sure I can actually knock it out with the... I'm pretty sure I can knock out his Chansey with the Diamond Storm at that range. Why has Scald not been working for me, though? That's crazy. Back in my day, Scald used to work. If Chansey wants to come out, Diamond Storm will do a lot. So, like, in that situation, if he went Chansey right there, Earth Power into Diamond Storm would have been able to knock him out. As his Thundurus is going to come out. I don't think it can knock me out with the attack. I don't particularly have a good switch into Thundurus anyway. So I'll just hit him with a Moonblast. If he wants to Nasty Plot up, I can lose if he goes for Nasty Plot. So I was in a situation where I could lose if he went for Nasty Plot right there. But what I can do right now is just go out to Hippowdon. And if he goes for HP Ice, that's fine. He'll die. Yeah, he does. But I'm good with that because we'll both go down to the attack right there. Though I am looking like I can be swept by an outraging Kyurem. So I have to go back out into Deancey. I have to keep Deancey alive as well. That way he cannot click Outrage with his Kyurem. Because I can lose to that. Deancey is just the key in this game. I was thinking about Clef Keys. It's funny because Clef Key can actually check Deancey. At least in Ubers. I don't think it checks it too well in this tier. But Chansey is going to come back out. As I will be able to go right for Diamond Storm. It should be able to knock him out actually. Yeah, I get a crit unforked. I don't think there was anything I could do about that. That's the game. I'm pretty sure that would have knocked him out anyway. 364 attack to a Chansey without a Violite. Hopefully he goes out to Altaria and just sacks it. That's the play I want, man. That's the play I want. He goes Breloom. He Heal Belled this, so he can't do anything. Moonblast is definitely going to knock him out. I don't think his Kyurem is Scarf, but I'm not going to risk it as well. I really don't think he's Scarf, but I can't risk it, so... Because then he can sweep me with Outrage. But this Breloom definitely cannot do anything to me if he's Bulk Up Mach Punch, going back to DPP. Well, at least running Mach Punch on a Poison Toxic Orb set. So, he said, hey. I like this guy. I like this guy. I guess he wasn't Scarf. So, I guess it was good to bluff, and I did show knockoff versus Chansey, so I don't know if I think he should have scouted at least for the... I guess he did scout for Gyro Ball, but that, basically the Altaria would have swept me. And there was nothing I could do because my Hippowdon was low, and, I mean, I got the Scald Burn, which was huge for me. I don't know why he would roost versus my Hippowdon though, because if I phased him out, then Deancey did what it just did versus his team without any Scald burn. So I don't know why he went for that, but you know, to each their own. Again, I'm not a big fan of using Volcarona, and I don't really like this team too much. It has huge trouble with Altaria. If my way is phasing it out, especially if it's an Altaria coupled with a Talonflame. Basically, physical attackers can just power through this team since Hippowdon's like the main way of beating it. And Slowking doesn't handle those mons too well. But that's it. I really like Latios though. I love Latios. Latios is... I want to drop a Draco. But yeah, guys, like I said, if you guys want to pick up the entire shirt, the link will be down below in the description. And yeah, guys, I'll see you later. Have a good one, okay? Okay, you promise? You promise? Have a good one? That's good. That's real good. I might be streaming today later as well, so yeah, later, guys.